The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Charlie Sylvia with Cruise Lines International Association. It's our pleasure to have you. Thank you for being on the call this afternoon. Today's webinar is Setting Sail for Sales Success, and it's really about how to get the most out of your 2017 CLIA membership. And this is relevant to all current 2017 CLIA members, whether you are a travel agency owner or manager and you have a travel agency membership with CLIA, or whether you are an agent and you have an individual agent membership. This is relevant to each and every one of you. And if you have yet to join CLIA, don't worry, because you still can. There's still a few days to join CLIA remaining, and we can actually answer your questions on how to do that if you have any questions. First, I'd like to start off with a poll, and let's see how many of you know your MyCLIA user ID and password. And so I'm going to launch that poll right now, and hopefully that will work. And we're just going to give you we have a lot of people on this call, more than 350 people registered for the call, so I want to make certain that we give you a good 30 seconds to vote on it, 15 seconds thus far. Just about 8 seconds left. And we've got a good percentage of the vote. More than 71% of you have voted, so I'm going to close the poll right now and share it with everyone. And this is great news. It shows that 84% of you know your MyCLIA user ID and password. For the 9% of you who don't know it and the 7% who aren't sure, no worries whatsoever, because we're going to show you how to reclaim those login credentials. The reason why it's important for you to know the MyCLIA user ID and password is so that you can, let me make certain that my screen can be seen. There we go. The reason why it's so important for you to know your MyCLIA user ID and password is that is the gateway for you to be able to claim your benefits, your member benefits as CLIA individual agent members. And so let's actually move forward and proceed with the webinar. This is my contact information. I want each and every one of you to have it. Don't hesitate to reach out to me with anything that you think I ought to know in terms of membership value, membership enhancement, further development ideas for membership. It's my job to listen to you, and to hear what matters most to you, what are your thoughts, your ideas, your feedback, and then take that information back to CLIA headquarters in Washington and translate it into a meaningful, practical and valuable enhancements and changes to the CLIA membership. And I'll give you one example of where that came to pass and how your voice is so vitally important. When I came on board, I've been with CLIA now 2 years. I've been a member of CLIA for 23 years, but I started working for CLIA 2 years ago. And one of the first things that I heard was from a travel agency owner. And she told me, she said, Charlie, you know what, we joined CLIA as a travel agency member, and then we have to pay another, few bucks to become an individual agent member. Well, that agency owner's phone call to me got me starting to talk with other agency owners. And what happened was we actually we made a major change. We included one free IAM, or individual agent membership, one free IAM with every travel agency membership. And so that was an example of how your direct feedback drove change with CLIA. So you're really behind the wheel. You're on the bridge with CLIA. We want to know what you think, and we want to make CLIA continually grow and get better for you. On the call today, we have Danielle Haney. And Danielle, let me say, I'm sorry. Let me make sure that you're unmuted. Are you unmuted, Danielle? Can you say hello to everybody?
Hi, everyone. Excited to be here today and help answer all of your questions.
Well, Danielle, we're thrilled to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not know Danielle, she is our membership specialist. She works hand in hand with me and stays in Washington, D.C. at global headquarters, kind of on the bridge of the ship, and making sure that everything's taken care of. And you know what? Yesterday was Danielle's one-year anniversary with CLIA, and I'd just like to publicly express how grateful I am to her, because she, like me, cares very deeply for our members, and she does a fantastic job. So thank you, Danielle.
Thank you, Charlie. That's very nice.
My pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward with what we're going to learn today. And this webinar is being recorded, so we will be sharing a link to the recording download of the call with everyone. So we'll be sending that out after the webinar's done. But today what we're going to learn is how to make updates to your CLIA member profile. And I'm going to explain why those updates are important, because they relate to the facet of your membership that drives in new business, because we do have our agent finder, and also where your commission checks are sent when you redeem your bonus commission coupons or vouchers with your CLIA membership. We're also going to talk about how to access your member benefits, and that's very, very important in terms of the My CLIA online profile and knowing your credentials and actually how to navigate around there and finding all your member benefits. We're also going to move on to how to leverage your CLIA membership as a competitive advantage. And, you know, this speaks directly to the survey results that we get. Every year we conduct a survey of all of our members, and believe it or not, you know, despite the fact that membership includes thousands of dollars worth of bonus commission vouchers from the cruise lines, and which means that the membership basically pays for itself, and it includes the Embark ID card, which gives you recognition and special rates and travel agent discounts and other privileges. Despite all of that, the number one reason why people join CLIA, based on the survey results of our members, is for credibility. So we're going to show you how to take that credibility and leverage it as a competitive advantage with consumers. And then finally, we're going to show you how to attract more clients and increase cruise sales. And this is really about how to position yourself as a cruise expert, as an authority on cruising within your marketplace. How do you do that? Well, guess what? CLIA's got some great little tools to use so that you can do just that, and that you're not taking time away from your selling cruises. We want to make certain that we're freeing up your time so that you can be responding to inquiries, talking about availability and pricing and itineraries and such, and closing more cruise business. So without further ado, let's move forward. So I'm going to click on, and hopefully my web connection is working well. I'm going to click on cruising.org, and we're going to dive right in a practical demonstration. Okay. And I'm hoping that loaded up so everyone can see it. This is the home page for CLIA's website. CLIA's website is cruising.org. You should all know it if you're members. And for those of you who aren't yet members, we invite you to visit cruising.org. So you'll see 4 tabs up here on the top. Cruise Vacationer, well, that's for consumers, so they can learn about cruising and the benefits of using a travel agent when booking their cruise. And then About the Industry is for anyone who's interested in the cruise industry. And then, of course, I'm going to click Travel Professional, because that's where you would go. You would go to Travel Professional, which gives you all the tools. It shows you how to become a member. It talks about the Embark ID, professional development and training, and all of that. And then My CLIA, once you are a member, My CLIA. Oh, and you know what? Before we go over there, let me show you the Embark ID. If you are an actively enrolled 2017 individual agent member, because sometimes people don't know, believe it or not, you will have one of these. You will have an Embark ID, which is the official photographic credential of the global cruise industry. So if you don't have an Embark ID, because I have spoken with some agents, believe it or not, I've spoken with some agents who say to me, you know, Charlie, I am a CLIA member, but they're not. They are working for or selling for an agency that is a member of CLIA. And actually they thought that just because the agency was a member that they themselves were members, but they're not. There are two types of memberships. There are travel agency memberships, and then there are the individual agent memberships. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's go to My CLIA, and let's log on so that we can start talking about these benefits and how to access them. So this is what the welcome page looks like to the My CLIA online dashboard. Now remember, when we talk about creating a CLIA account or having a CLIA account, that means a user account on our website. That does not mean being a CLIA member, but we first must create a user account in order to join. So it's very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never been to cruising.org, never been to My CLIA, never been a CLIA member, then on the right-hand side, you would create a new CLIA account. Very, very simple. You enter your first and last name, your email twice, click register, and then you have an opportunity to enter your mailing information, your email, your website, phone numbers, and so forth, and upload a picture, so that you can then join CLIA, and that picture will populate on the Embark ID, populate within the Embark ID. But for those of you who are already CLIA members or were last year and have yet to renew, you'll come over here on the left-hand side to already have a CLIA account. And remember, if you've forgotten your password, your user ID is always your professional email. So that's my professional email. That's my user ID. The password, though, if you forgot it, just click Forgot Password, and we'll get you squared away in short order. So I'm going to log in. Terrific. You know, I hate the pictures. I hate my own pictures, but doesn't everybody, right? So you'll know you're logged in when you see Welcome and your name up here in the upper right-hand corner. And as you scroll down, you'll see those same 4 tabs remain. The one for consumers, the one for anyone who's interested in learning about the cruise industry and its positive news, and then the travel professionals information. But My CLIA, if you are logged in and you see your picture, you know that you are signed in to My CLIA. Now, it will include your certification. So if you are certified, you want to make certain that you're using the, that you see your certification at the end of your name. And if you don't, for any reason, and you know that you're actively certified, please let us know, and we'll get it taken care of. But for the most part, those of you who are certified should see the certification at the end of your name. You'll also see your personal ID number. Now, it's important for you to understand that your individual agent membership comes with a personal ID number. This is not a booking number. This number simply keeps track of all of your professional development accomplishments, all of the courses you've completed, all of the tests that you've taken. Those are linked to your personal ID number. No matter what agency you're with, no matter if you're with one agency this year and another next year, wherever you go, your personal ID number will remain the same. It is not a booking number. It's very important for you to understand that you will book in the way that you're directed to book by your agency. This is strictly to keep track of your professional development. And also, if you're active, you'll see that you're an individual agent member and that your membership expires on December 31st of this year. CLIA membership runs from January 1st through December 31st, 2017. If you're not currently enrolled, you'll see non-member in that section and a button that says Join/Renew. And then your agency information. Now, of course, I'm no longer selling cruises. I don't compete with our members. So the agency information would be there. It would say ABC Cruise Center if you work for them, and their CLIA industry ID number, which is usually the booking number that agents use. So now let's go through all of this and show you why it's important. So let's start off with the profile. And you can see manage. You've got the same links here that you see for the most part, your profile, training, certifications, marketing. You've got the same links there that you have up here in this subset right here. So let's go to My Profile. Now, this is extremely important. And, you know, we talked about setting sail for sales success. Well, we want to make certain that all the information is accurate here. Take a moment to make certain your email is up to date, your mailing address, very, very important. Now, this is not the mailing address of your agency. I cannot stress this enough. This is the mailing address for you. Because remember that the the vouchers, the bonus commission vouchers, and let me take a step back for a moment. If you are a travel agency member, if you own and run a travel agency and your enterprise is a member of CLIA, a travel agency member, you will receive a printed booklet of your $3,800 worth of CLIA CLIA Cruise Line bonus commission vouchers. That will be printed if you are a travel agency member. If you are an individual agent member, they are hosted online, and I'm going to show you how to access them in a minute. So when you are, as an individual agent member, when you are cashing in these bonus commissions, the cruise line makes those bonus commission checks payable to you as an individual. They have no impact on your agency's commission, none whatsoever. There's no impact on your agency's revenue whatsoever. It doesn't take it out of it, nothing. This is a bonus. The check is payable to you directly, and it's mailed to you. So it's vitally important that every single person on this call go online to MyCLIA and make certain that their mailing address is up to date. And you've got your mailing address. Sometimes your billing address can be different if you use a credit card when you join. And your agent finder address is where you do business. So if you are a home-based agent, then all three should pretty much be the same. And then your phone numbers, you've got opportunity to put in your business phone, your cell phone, and your agent finder phone. The only one that will be shown to the public will be your agent finder phone. Remember that you get one free agent finder listing when you become a CLIA individual agent member. Now for those of you, this is very, very important, so please take a moment to really listen to this. For those of you who are agents working in an area that is not that's well outside of the zip code of where your agent is. So if I'm living and working in Providence, Rhode Island, and my agency, I'm being hosted in Washington, D.C., my free agent finder has me listed under Washington, D.C. I would be listed under the 20004 zip code. So many of you, when you renewed for 2017, had the opportunity to buy a separate agent finder, which it was $19.95 for the year, which gives you your own individual listing within a 50-mile radius of where you're actually located. It's very important for people, especially these hosted independent contractor travel professionals, to understand that. Now, as I scroll down, you'll see the passport photo. You have the opportunity to upload your passport photo. This is the photo that will be on your Embark ID. So it's very, very important. Now, if you've already received your Embark ID for 2017, any update to this photo will not, we will not be sending you a new card, naturally. It will be the next time you renew, that will be your picture. So that is where you upload your photo, and you can even size it. You can move around your photo, and you can use this slide to size it, to crop it. And then this button is being updated. It says register right now. It really should say register/update. So we're in the process of having that updated. So I have updated all of my profile information. I've made it sure it's accurate for two reasons. Number one, so that it is in Agent Finder. Number two, so that those checks for the cruise line bonus commissions will be mailed directly to me. So now the next one that we're going to look at is my training. Now don't forget that many of you have complimentary courses that you are entitled to. So if you want to check it out, click on My Training and then Online Learning Courses right there so that you can see what courses are available. Now remember, depending on what affiliation you have, what agency affiliation you have at least 2 or maybe even more free online learning courses. Now these courses sell for, they sell for between $25 and $49 a piece. So to have 2 of these courses for free is great. And we've got a terrific, now the State of the Cruise Industry course, that's a course that all of us have to take. And that is actually, let me log back in, I timed out there for a second. That State of the Cruise Industry course is a free course, and it just gives you very high-level information. So if you add it to cart, you can see if you add it to your shopping cart, there's no price associated with that. So let me go back to where I was. Again, My CLIA, My Training, and then right here, Online Learning Courses. Okay. It takes a while because there's a lot of content there. There we go. So we have courses all the way from Cruising 101 to delivering great customer service, developing group business, Eat, Drink, Cruise, make suppliers your best friends, meetings and events, all of these things. If you look at the courses, the $49 courses, those are the ones that you would be entitled to. So again, you either get 2, maybe even more, depending on your affiliation. If you're with a premier agency member, you'd be entitled to more courses, but you get at least 2 free courses. That's a $98 value, yours free for included in your CLIA membership. Moving on, your certifications. Now, certifications, you can see that I am an ECC, or an Elite Cruise Counselor. Let's take a moment. I'm going to go over here to Travel Professional, and I'm also going to go over to this sublink, Professional Development and Training, and we're going to look at the certification programs. And I want to share with you a staggering statistic, and let me just make sure that this doesn't play automatically. Okay, good. Here's a staggering statistic. Let me head back over to our presentation and share with you this. Back in 2013, there was a survey of 20,000, more than 20,000 agents who were members of CLIA. And the agents, the members of CLIA, fell into 3 different categories. The first category had never taken a CLIA course before. And remember that besides, other than the State of the Cruise Industry course, which is a course we all have to take every year, it's a very high-level course which provides information that every single seller of cruise travel should know if they're representing the cruise industry, so that's a free course. Other than that free course, the State of the Cruise Industry, you don't have to take any other course with CLIA. You can be a CLIA member, you can enjoy the bonus commission vouchers, you can take advantage of the travel professional recognition and the discounts and the perks. You don't ever have to take a CLIA course. And so that was the first category of these 20,000 CLIA members. The second was agents who were working on their first level certification, their first level of certification achievement. So they're taking courses, they're working toward it, but they had yet to achieve it. And then the third category were agents who had achieved at least 1 or more levels of certification with CLIA. So we actually took these groups and we looked at the second and the third, those who were working on their first certification and those who had achieved 1 or more levels of certification, and we compared them with the first. And believe it or not, groups 2 and 3, in terms of comparative cruise sales volume, groups 2 and 3 sold on average 261% of the cruise travel sales volume compared to group 1. 261%, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're on this call and you're, whether you're getting started in your career selling travel or, you've been doing it for a while and you want to take it to the next level, I will tell you that we're going to conduct this survey again this year, and every fiber of my being tells me that that number is going to be closer to 300% this year. So if you're looking to double, almost triple your sales, don't just be a CLIA member. Be an active participant. Enroll in certification, pursue certification, take classes, and work your way up to having those letters after your name. Because you know what? It does. It competitively differentiates you. And I'm just going to talk about that in just a moment. But the proof is in the pudding. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that back in 1994, when I started selling cruises, the first thing that I did, as recommended by my agency owner, I was in a little brick-and-mortar agency in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, not too far from Cape Cod, and my boss said to me, he said, Charlie, you know what, the cruise lines, they're going to come in and they're going to teach you all about their brands, which is great. The DSMs, we call them DSMs back then, now they're called BDMs, but the district sales managers are going to come in, they're going to teach you about the cruise line. I'm going to teach you how I want you to deal with my customers. This is my agency. They're my customers. I'm going to teach you how I want you to deal with them and how to how to process transactions. And then he said, but then CLIA, I want you to pursue your certification. CLIA is going to teach you how to be a business person within the cruise industry. They're going to teach you how to sell, how to market, in the cruise industry and how to give yourself competitive advantage. And you know what? I followed his instructions to the letter. I signed up right away, and I pursued certification so vigorously that I achieved it, in less than 9 months' time. So the proof is in the pudding. And I'm just going to put out another poll really quickly for 30 seconds and just ask, do you know what your certification status is? And there we go. That went up, and we're going to put it out there for 30 seconds. It's been just about 9-10 seconds. Have it up there for a little bit more. And thank you to all who are voting. I'll make sure that everyone's participating. Let's get that percentage up past 70%. I've been taught that 70% is what you call a reliable sample. That's what Christian Savelli taught me. He's the head of our research and business analytics. So we've got 5 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Please vote. 67%. Come on. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close this right now. Good. 70%. All right. So here's the. Let's all take a look at this together, folks. So 49% of you have never taken a CLIA course. And you know what? I applaud you because you're on this call, which means you want to do something with your career. You want to take it to the next level, or you want to embark on the right way or the right path if you're getting started. And then, of course, 42% of you are working toward your first CLIA certification. So that's great. Congratulations, and I cannot wait to see what happens when you do. And then 8% of you have achieved 1 or more levels of CLIA certification. I certainly take my hat off to those of you who have, it's very, very important. I'm going to show you what to do. All right, so we're going to hide this. I want to make sure everybody can see my screen. Let's see, there we go. All right, so we're going to go back to where we were. So there are 3 levels of CLIA certification, and for the 49% of you who have yet to start on taking CLIA courses, remember, you've got those 2 free courses, $49 a piece. So, I mean, let's face it, folks, get on those courses. They're free, and remember, every year, this is something that refreshes. So the 2 free courses, and then become involved. You can. The first level is CCC, Certified Cruise Counselor. We've also got then the next level is Accredited, Master, and Elite. And so it really does great things for you. And as you can see, I'm an Elite Cruise Counselor. Let me now just talk for a moment about using the CLIA logo and talking about what that means and what your certification means. And this is important for all of you because even if you have yet to take your courses, when you do decide to do that, it's so very important. Folks, let's move over to My Marketing, and I'm going to show you how to access the CLIA logo. So I clicked on the next tab, My Marketing, and I go over here to CLIA logos. Do you realize that one of your benefits is having the usage rights to the CLIA logo? And I'm going to teach you right now how to use that as a competitive advantage. So if I were new to the business right now and I just got involved with CLIA and I just became a member, the first thing that I would do is go here. And I would use the large logo, the one here that says Cruise Lines International Association. I would probably use that on my website. If I had my own personal website, if my agency owner allowed me to have a website to market myself, I'd use the large one there. I would use this one with the tagline underneath or the name line underneath. I'd use that on my email signature. You can simply download these and size them so they're not inappropriately large, so that they're the right proportion for whatever medium that you're using them on, but I would put that on my email signature. And then the bottom one right here, I would put that on my printed business cards. Now this is something that I really did back in 1994. But of course we didn't have online, so you used to get a sheet with the CLIA logo on it. It was called a print ready sheet. You'd take it down to the printer and you'd have him or her print it on your business card. Now it couldn't be easier. In fact, you can design a business card right online. But my point is this. When you hand out your business card, that CLIA logo is a narrative. Take 10 or 15 seconds to say the following. Hand out that business card to that prospect or client. point to the CLIA logo and say, see this? I just want to point it out. This is like the good housekeeping seal of approval in the cruise industry. What it means is that I'm a member of the Worldwide Cruise Industry Trade Association. I would never say CLIA. I never once said CLIA to a prospect or a client. Why? Because I was taught, and this is correct information, that CLIA is a trade-facing organization. We serve you. We serve agency owners and travel agents and cruise lines and executive partners. We serve you. So I used to point at it and say, this is the seal, this is the logo of the Worldwide Cruise Industry Trade Association. It means that I'm working toward my certification so that I can be, an official travel agent of the cruise industry. I've got a commitment to being the best travel agent that I can be. I take courses regularly. I attend events, and that's a symbol of my commitment to professionalism. Boom. Say it however you want to, ladies and gentlemen, but say it in your own way that's authentic and genuine. And you know what? When someone gets pricing on a cruise from a travel professional, this has been my experience over 23 years, they are not just talking to me. They're talking to me and maybe one or two other travel agents, because everyone offers a different value proposition, don't we? We all go to the same well to get the same pricing and availability, but in the end, it's all about human relationships, whether you're selling online, through email. Heck, I've even sold a cruise through Facebook chat. But I will tell you this, that if you're able to communicate your relationship with CLIA and your participation not only as an agent, but in the industry, as a cruise industry expert and authority on cruising, you will differentiate yourself from the pack. And heck, the consumer may be going to the two other agents, and they could all three of you could be members of CLIA. But ladies and gentlemen, the ones who talk about it, the ones, it's so funny because did you see the percentages of certification? What was it? 8% were certified. We had a great percent that were working toward the first certification. But what's the rule? The 80-20 rule. 20% of the people produce 80% of the volume of any industry. Well, you want to be part of that 8%, because that is the rarefied air. That's the ability to speak like an authority. That's the ability, when you get your certification, we send you a template so that you can send a press release out to your local media telling them that within the business community in this local marketplace, Susan James or John Smith or Mary Jones, whatever, has achieved this level of certification with Cruise Lines International Association, the Worldwide Cruise Industry Trade Association. We show you how to do this so that you can get attention, for what's called earned media attention. Earned media means free publicity. That's all it means. And agents do this all the time. I saw an agent in Arizona who issued a press release, and he got phone calls from a local TV station, from his newspaper. The media needs content. And if we're able to position you as an expert on cruising or a cruise authority with your official industry credentials, remember, the cruise lines have certification programs. They're great. But the CLIA certification is the only industry recognized, and on a global scale, because CLIA has 15 offices, 15 regions around the world. It's the only one that's recognized the world over as the legitimate cruise industry certification. So when you have those letters at the end of your name, it's a powerful thing. It's also a narrative. If you let those letters just sit at the end of your name and you don't speak about it, you're selling yourself short and you're disserving your client or your prospect. Because, folks, part of being a travel agent is one of the common denominators among all of us is that we're givers, right? We're one of our unique traits, or traits that are found within all of us, is we're caretakers, we're givers. We want to be a hero or heroine to our clients. We want to give them this amazing experience, and we get satisfaction out of that. I know that that's part of the reason why I got into this business. And so the bottom line is this: you're not being immodest, you're not being a braggart if you tell your story to your clients. This is part of your value proposition. You've worked hard for that certification. Tell them about it. Tell them about your CLIA relationship. I have often said that being a member of CLIA is not simply the process of receiving an Embark ID and using it to, get a discount on a hotel or a car rental. It is being part of a global community of cruise travel professionals. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Tell them that you're part of the community. Tell them, and that will be, when they're looking at those business cards, they see that CLIA logo, that's going to be your silent salesman. They're going to remember that, guarantee you. So the next one, also on my marketing, there's some great stuff because we want to make certain that you are not spending all of your time writing marketing material, So we've got this area called Travel Agent Talking Points on the left. Again, this is under my marketing. We've got all sorts of, all these controversial matters. Well, guess what? When you click on this information and you read it and what we've crafted in terms of messaging that you should use, it's empowering, and it's also going to show you that it's on the, the facts are on our side. That's very, very important. The facts are on your side. You never have to worry about representing the cruise industry, because when you're dealing with factual information and cited by, like the CDC and stuff like that, you will be very, very pleased to see that the truth is on your side. We also have great social media ability. So, you should be leveraging our social media because it's so very, very important. When we write a post, there's great content that you can simply share with your marketplace, or you can copy and paste. Oh, and also on social media, the cruise TV videos are extraordinary. They're wonderful. So make certain that you're sharing these videos. So let's say that you want to post something on river cruising. You can go to Cruise TV, and this is, again, part of your CLIA membership, and you can look up the category of, say, river cruising right there. And there's information, the merits of river cruising, talking about Italy, Loire, Provence. How about multi-generational cruising? So, building family-friendly cruising or family reunions. There's so much here to help you in terms of becoming a resource or something that people view as an expert on cruising. You can share all of that information with your marketplace. Also, too, I talked about things like norovirus and all the other things that the cruise industry kind of gets a bad rap on. Go to cruiseforward.org. That is our public affairs website. You're entitled to use all of this content. So let's say, for example, you wanted to put something up about that. You go to well-being and then health right there. And remember, this is being recorded, so don't worry if I'm going a little fast. I want to make sure we get everything out there. But it talks about safety, security, and health. And there was a great piece in here. Where was it? It was CDC report debunks myths about norovirus on cruise ships. You could take this, and I think there's a, no, that's not it. It was, there's a graphic on here, downloadable resources. Myths versus realities and fact sheets. Here we go. This is it right here. Look at this. So this is a norovirus fact sheet. Folks, look at this statistic. Now you could copy and paste this. You can cut, take a screenshot and cut this out and put it on your Facebook. Look at this. Norovirus, not a cruise virus. According to statistics, you are 750 times more likely to get norovirus on land than on a cruise ship. 1 in 15 chance of contracting it on land. And I'm talking at restaurants, hotels, conventions, you name it, amusement parks. 1 in 15. Look at it. 1 in 12,000 on a cruise. 1 in 12,000 chance. And you know who said that? The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So you can cite references so that it's not just, what do we hear in the society now that's fake news? Well, it's not fake news because you can actually cite the source of the news. And that just builds credibility. So you got all of this information here, information on safety. People say, oh, people fall off cruise ships. It's just not true. It's just not true. I mean, you can't fall off a cruise ship. So, I mean, there's so much information here that talks about the facts. And again, the facts are on your side in representing this industry. And again, to get to this content from my CLIA, I clicked My Marketing, and I clicked social media, and then you scroll down, and you can find it. And there's other things too. We have research. If you go to Travel Professional, and then you go to research, where is it? Let's see, it's here. I know it is. Hold on, let's check. Oh no, about the industry, sorry. About the industry, and here's research. You go down there, look at, this is all the positive stuff. So we talked about the negative stuff that we get a bad rap for, but positive messaging. Here's the 2017 CLIA State of the Cruise Industry. You can download this and use this content in your social media. There's so much good information here that talks about the cruise industry outlook. How many passengers? Look at the growth. 2009, it was just about 18 million. It's going to be more than 25 million this year. So what is that? Only 8 years later. The growth is amazing. All the new ships coming out. The economic impact, how many jobs cruising gives and how much it puts back, where passengers come from. What are the trends, the rise of river cruising? That's become so popular. So this is stuff that we have. You know, I'm from New England. I live and work in Providence, Rhode Island. And I always like to say that to take a travel agent off of the phone to have them create marketing material, well, that's like taking Tom Brady off the field at Gillette Stadium and having him line the field. It's just not what you're meant to do. Your talent is in building relationships and recommending, qualifying people, recommending the right product, overcoming their objections, and closing those bookings. That's what we want you to do. So CLIA is your business building partner that creates a lot of this content for you so you don't have to. Finally, looking at my events, make sure that you're visiting my events so that you know when we have these webinars. We also have incredible, I'm doing another thing on the business building benefits on March 23rd. We've got Cruise 360, our annual conference. Everyone should be attending that. You can simply click on that and check it out. Registration is open, and it's at cruise360.org. Is the main page for the registration for Cruise 360. Look at our speakers. Our keynotes are Arnold Donald, the President and CEO of Carnival Corporation and PLC. He's also the global chairman of CLIA. And we are so proud to have this dynamic and brilliant leader at our helm. We've also got Carl Holtz, who will be speaking, who's the president and CEO of Disney Cruise Line. What a wonderful leader. I've never heard a bad thing about Disney Cruise Line. Every single person that I speak with who sailed Disney, every client I put on Disney has loved it. Richard Fain, I consider Richard Fain one of the founders, really, of this industry. He and Mickey Arison, you know, Richard Fain, the chairman and chief executive officer of Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited. Talk about an example to follow in this industry. Just an amazing leader. So we've got incredible things. I think the ship inspections have gone up to 3 now. We've got 3 that are available to each and every member that visits, and they're filling up fast. Those ship inspections, we got 15 different ship inspections to go on. So it's going to be a great few days of education, networking, best practices sharing, and experiencing cruise ships, and a lot of fun. And we'll also be having our cruise industry, our CLIA Hall of Fame Cruise Industry Awards. So check out cruise360.org, if I can just say, because we all want to be together. We've got almost 900 agents that are registered and attending. As of today, I think it was like 885 or 875, something like that. So we're almost sold out, folks. So make sure that if you're interested, that you're becoming a part of that. And also, oh, I timed out again. Hang on a sec. Last but certainly not least is the cruise line bonus commissions, the bonus commission vouchers. Now that's so easy to find. It's right over here under the welcome panel. It says, where would you like to go today? You want to go to the second link, which is cruise line offers. So let's just say that you sold, I don't know, say you sold a Holland America cruise. So you're going to go in the center to Holland America, and we see that they offer 2 bonus commission offers for 2017, a $100 and a $50 bonus commission voucher. You click on that. Then you just pick it. So say I sold a 7-day, so all ships, 7 to 9 days, sailing from January 1st to December 31st. I print out that coupon, and it's a one-time use coupon. So you get one $50 coupon and one $100 coupon from Holland America, and then you're done. And then in 2018, you get more coupons. So remember, the combination of these coupons among all the lines, how many do we have here? We've got, it comes out to $2,750 worth of bonus commission coupons among all of these lines that are CLIA members. So I encourage you to follow, make certain, put a Post-it note on your computer monitor, but make certain that every time you sell a cruise, you think to yourself, hey, do I have extra money that I'm leaving on the table in the form of my CLIA bonus commission? And then last but not least, just want to run down this success checklist. So are you telling your clients about your CLIA relationship and what it means? Is my CLIA Agent Finder profile information up to date? Are you on track for your next certification level? Do you always use your certification credentials after your name? It should become part of your name on everything that is professional facing. Do you explain to your clients what your certification credentials mean? Are you using your CLIA status to get on ship inspections and seminars at sea, and that's part of your Embark ID? You should be letting your cruise line BDMs know that you are a member of CLIA. They get a data download, but often at the BDM level, you know, it's the squeakiest wheel that gets the oil. So your CLIA Embark ID does give you priority invitation and confirmation for CLIA cruise line member ship inspections, seminars at sea, and FAM trips. Have I added the CLIA logo to my business card and email signature? Am I referring to myself as a cruise travel expert? And if that's too audacious a term, then use authority. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, the first person who will ever call you an expert is you. If you start doing it, you'll be surprised how quickly it catches on. Are you keeping, am I keeping informed of CLIA industry news and training events? And then, or am I attending Cruise 360? And I hear that the Master of Ceremonies at Cruise 360 is a very handsome guy, so I hope to see you there. And then last but not least, am I regularly redeeming my CLIA bonus commissions? And it's so important that you do that, because CLIA is the only the only travel trade association whose benefits actually pay you back. They pay for the dues. Heck, I spoke with an agent a few months back. She had redeemed more than $800 worth of bonus commission vouchers. And she had paid only, what, $115 to be a member. So it is well worth it. So without further ado, let's see if we have any questions. Danielle, I have spoken so much. I hope everyone's not asleep out there.
Thanks so much, Charlie. So we do have a couple of questions. The first one is from Lorinda, and she asks if there's a way that you could change your email in MyCLIA, which there certainly is. So if you just want to show them really quickly where they can update that information, I think it would be super helpful for everyone.
Absolutely, and I just actually launched the final of the 3 polls that we have for today's webinar, and I just want to make sure that we get this at least 70% voted on that. So please take a moment to vote on this poll, and we have just about 10 more seconds left. We want to get at least 70% of you voting to have a reliable sample. So we're at 66%, 67, 69, 70. Okay, there we go. So thank you, everyone. We'll share those results. I'm very, very pleased to see that. 66 and 29, heck, that's a lot of people who are more likely or highly likely to become more engaged CLIA member in terms of the benefits. So thank you very much. And let's go right over to that question. Again, that your email change can occur in MyCLIA, and you just simply go to My Profile, and that's where you would change your email address. And it looks like, actually, you know what, the email address, that's a good question, because that's a grayed out field, Danielle. Would they have to email in to change their email address? I know you can change your Agent Finder email address, but we're talking about the email address that is becomes the user ID for MyCLIA. I think that that's the case where they'd have to call us to change that one, correct?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So you can update everything here. If you need to change your email for your user ID or anything else, you can just email info@cruising.org, or you can also email me directly, and I'd be happy to help you.
And let's just put our info up there again so that everybody can see it. I don't want anybody to be at a loss. Let's see, here we go. Danielle, there we go. You can email Danielle at dhaney@cruising.org, and either she or a member of our member services team, let me actually put that in the chat box, everybody, info@cruising.org. Cruising.org is your best bet. Your first, you know, I put it in as a private email, a private chat to you, Danielle. Let me make sure that it's public so everybody has it. Here we go. And to the entire audience, boom, info@cruising.org. So yes, so if you're just changing your agent finder, you can do that. That's the public-facing email address. But if you need to change the email address that becomes your user ID, then shoot us an email. Heck, you can even email me, and I'll forward it on to member services.
Perfect. There were a couple questions surrounding the complimentary courses that our agent members receive. And the general question was, what courses are we able to take? So you actually have a choice of any of the courses on our online catalog, and the member discount will take off that balance as soon as you hit add to cart and check out. So it's any course that's listed in our online catalog, which I believe Charlie navigated to earlier.
Yes, and it doesn't include the certificate programs. So you'll see some certificate programs on there. These are just the e-learning courses, so they're not the certificate programs. I think there's 20 or 30 e-learning courses on the system right now. They've all been refreshed the first time in 12 years, believe it or not, folks. So we are making sure that they stay industry current and that they are relevant and giving you the state-of-the-art information. So yeah, just buy them regular, add them to your cart, and you'll see them blank out as 0 when you go to checkout.
Perfect. There were a couple of other things. If we could just generally show how the agents can access the bonus commission offers again, that would be great. So just to level set everybody, our agency owners will receive a booklet of the cruise line offers, and our agent members, those offers are accessible online, where Charlie kind of briefly showed everyone where to access those at the end. So there are two separate set of offers. One is in a booklet form, and then for our agents, it will only be online.
That's exactly right, Danielle. And you know what, folks? You know what that means. Remember when I talked about the agency owners who have the travel agency membership, and you receive the booklet of $3,800 worth of bonus commissions with the travel agency membership? That's the printed booklet that Danielle and I have referred to. And you also get the one free IAM, the individual agent member. Yes, that means that you get an additional $2,750 worth of bonus commissions, travel agency owners, because you get that one free individual agent membership. And also, you can also opt to give that one free individual agent membership to your top performing agent. I've seen that happen quite a bit. A lot of agency owners who aren't necessarily frontline salespeople themselves, they manage and run the agency and lead the agency, have been doing that. They've been giving their one free individual agent membership to their top performer, and we certainly encourage that kind of recognition. But from the CLIA homepage, when you're logged in, to visit your bonus commissions again, it's this panel right here. Where would you like to go today? And it's the second link, Cruise Line Offers, Bonus Commissions. You click on that, and up come the logos of all of the 2017 CLIA Global Cruise Line members, and you can pick whichever one you want, and you'll see your offer. Like here's Celebrity Cruises. They offer a $100 coupon and a $75 bonus commission coupon, and you just click on that, and you can enlarge it. You just print them out and follow the instructions. You get all the instructions on how to redeem it, where to send it. Each and every cruise line fills this out, so they're all unique. But every single one of them are participating here, and it's there to just as a thank you for your commitment to being a professional from the cruise lines.
Perfect. Thanks so much. And then we have one last question, and that is from Sarah, who looks like is wanting to become a member. And she says that she registered an account, but she doesn't have access to the agent application. And sometimes we do see this issue. So Charlie, if you want to show them where they have to affiliate with their agency in order to grant access to the agent application, I think that would be super, super helpful for everyone.
Sarah, this happens quite often, and it's an easy fix. Let's show you what to do. So when you're in your affiliations, you want to go over to My Agency Affiliation, and you'll see I'm affiliated with a bunch of different agencies because I conduct a lot of demonstrations on webinars and so forth. You want to make certain that you're specifying your agency as your primary agency. So there's more than likely a little radio button, a little circle that you need to just click in. And then you click a button that says Set My Primary Agency. And once you do that, that should straighten out that issue. If it doesn't straighten out the issue, then there's an anomaly, and we can get that straightened out. So Sarah, take down my email address, csylvia@cruising.org, and let me know if that doesn't work for you. But there again, you're just going to My Agency Affiliations, and you can enter your agency name. So I'm going to enter in Cruise Lines International, and then I'm going to click search, and see your agency will come up here with the city and state, and that they're a travel agency member. You add that affiliation, and then once you add that affiliation, you click on that little dot that says primary and set it as your primary agency. And then you should be able to access that individual agent member application.
Perfect. Thanks so much. And oh, here we go. One last question. So there were a couple of questions surrounding professional development, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows of the tool that they can use to schedule an appointment with our professional development team, because I think that's super helpful, and they're great and can answer any questions you have and dedicate some time to that. So Charlie, if you want to show them where they can make an appointment, I think that would be helpful for everyone as well.
Absolutely. So from My CLIA, again, the home page, go to Travel Professional, and let's see, it should be, hold on one sec, Professional Development and Training right here, this link. And then as you scroll down, you'll see, let's see, where is it? Let me see, oh, over here. Professional Development and Training. I hit the little plus sign, and I think it's, oh yeah, I've got to go to certification. That's right. So certification, and it's right here, Career Counseling Service, all new Career Counseling Service. So let me just go back, because I want to. That was a little messy the way I did it. So let me just show you again. From My CLIA, you go to Travel Professional, Professional Development and Training. Scroll down to certification, and then it's right here under the video, all new Career Counseling Service. And you can click that and schedule an appointment. It's a 15-minute appointment, person to person. So you're dealing with a member of the CLIA professional development team, and so you can book it right there. It's just like Open Table, you know, when you set a reservation for at a restaurant with Open Table. You can pick who you want to talk with. It shows the different schedules, and then you can set an appointment at your convenience and get the information that you want from a member of the CLIA professional development team. It's like a guidance counselor, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
During the appointment, you tell them exactly what your career goals are. So maybe you want to focus on luxury cruising or river cruising or family reunions or what have you. They're going to recommend the courses that you should take in order to pursue that career track.
All right, I think that's it. If anybody has any follow-up questions, please feel free to email me, and I would be happy to help.
Same here, Danielle. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real privilege to be on the call with you. We thank you for your CLIA membership. You're extremely important to us. We want to hear from you. We want you to succeed. We want to help you to succeed. Thank you for your time being on the call, and we'll be sending out a link to this webinar to each and every one of you very shortly. Goodbye, everybody.